Hi, you're watching Talking About It. I'm John Griffith.
I'm Cara Kilduff. Welcome to the show.
And
Happy 4th of July, day after.
yeah, really. And happy post-Pride and post this, post that, and post-email scandal.
What email scandal? What did I miss?
Well, but there is no email scandal. It's like
Oh, Hillary Clinton.
oh yeah,
Oh, please.
the one that we knew that there was nothing there for the last 2 years. That's been harped on and
And wasted so many taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
And what else? Okay. So they found that there's no grounds to.
there's no grounds for any charges. They did say there was some negligence. But she owned that from
the
day one.
get-go.
Yeah. So who gives a crap?
Whatever.
So what did you do during Pride season?
I had a couple shows. That was good. I had a friend of mine who was a little busted up with some broken limbs, and we tried to go to the parade, but that didn't really work out as
It was a
planned.
7-hour parade. The New York City Pride this year was a 7-hour parade.
Wasn't that like the longest?
The longest I'd ever been to was 5 hours. And so I had met some former coworkers for lunch in Brooklyn, and okay, let me go to the street fair afterwards. So I did that, and I don't. The parade is a little bit. I don't like huge crowds, so I like to go to the street fair early, and just kind of support the community, get my little pamphlets to get ideas for future guests and all that good stuff. And so I did that, and I went home. I was home by 3 o'clock, and then I'm looking online later on. It's 7 o'clock, and the parade's still going on,
Are
or
you
just ending at
kidding
7
me?
o'clock. 7 hours. It steps off at noon. It didn't end until after 7.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's probably like not. What would you say, like, instead of not unpatriotic, like?
Not prideful. I don't know.
Yeah, my friend was like, "Do you want to go to the parade?" And I looked at her and I started laughing, and I was like, "Look at you!" And I'm like, "Let's get pizza." So we went to this amazing pizza place on Carmine Street. It's like so good. It's Pizzeria 28. I can't say it in Italian yet, but we were treated very well. But anyway, yeah, I joked around with one of my friends. She came in from overseas, and I said, wait, the day before on Saturday, and I said, "Oh, they're giving out pride. What airline are you flying?" And she told me, and I said, "They're giving out pride flags with your peanuts." And she writes back, "Oh, that's so beautiful." It's like, and I wrote back, "It's a lie." Like, I can't believe she believed me. She was so gullible. She was like,
That's like
"You little shit." And I was like, "Well, yeah."
I used to do things like that. It's like I used to tell people, do you realize that the word gullible isn't in the dictionary?
And then they would look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Gullible, easily fooled.
Well, Pride, I guess, my shows went well.
That was good.
I had a really good time.
Good energy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had so much fun. Yeah, I did, like, one of the shows I did a character, and this lady was like, "I thought you were Hispanic." And I was just like, "Thanks,
Thank you.
that's good." And then I took my wig off. "I thought that was your real hair." I was like, "Really?" I mean, it's a good wig, but, it's not that good.
I thought you were sober.
Yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, that was the other thing about the parade and its aftermath. Like, I was sitting there, and we were people watching, and it was like, we just looked at each other and we're like, "We're too old for this. Look at these children."
Oh,
One
okay.
kid, his eyes were saucers. He came up to us, and we were just like, "Keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for you to go." But what did you do for 4th of July? Were you
I was in Florida.
Did you have firecrackers and stuff?
We just kind of stared out the window and looked at them. I'm kind of over it. I mean, unless I'm invited to a backyard party, which
Right.
just kind of didn't happen. A lot of my friends who were down there are flight attendants, and they were all off on their different excursions and travels and whatnot. So we just we watched the fireworks on TV. We watched the fireworks out the window. We made our own fireworks, and that was fine.
Nice. One of my friends was driving me to the train last night. I was in Brooklyn, and somebody had lit a firecracker like in the street, and they drove around it, but it was like, my friend was like, "That could have blown up under the car." Oh, blah, 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 blah. And we had somebody else's dog in the car. It was just kind of funny.
But I was reading about one incident yesterday. Reese Beach in Queens.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
it's known for its clothing optionalness and its gay friendliness. Apparently, supposedly this one person, it's like, was just kind of changing his suit, and then he had to he walked someplace with a towel around him. The towel slipped while he was doing something, and then he was pounced on by like 5 cops and charged with public nudity. And supposedly, I was reading that he was like screaming, "Somebody please help me! Somebody please help me!" They didn't even let him take a suit with him to the police station. They brought the towel. They made him sit in the station in a little paper smock. And when they released him, they only released him with the towel that he had at the beach when they arrested him.
Wow.
So that was not a good thing, NYPD.
Wow.
I mean, I love the honest and good police officers that we do have, and it's my personal belief that most cops in the city are the good ones, and
Yeah, absolutely.
a few bad apples do spoil it. But this was
That's just
so
kind of vindictive,
so
guys.
clearly targeting the gay section of the beach, and so clearly, heterosexist or homophobic, or however you want to put it. Because most times when they cite people for public nudity, it's a ticket.
Right.
This guy was dragged in with only a towel and forced to sit in that paper smock for God knows how many hours.
Oh, that's messed up. That's really messed up.
So it ain't pretty. But there's I mean, it's a kind of a downer kind of a month the last few weeks, because right after our show, Orlando happened. So, and we didn't really have a chance to address it. We put out a little posting on Facebook, and there's just so much crap going on, especially.
Well, like post Orlando, I think that's why Pride was the way it was this year, and shows that I did, people came out like, I mean, the rooms were packed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people wanted to have a good time and wanted to be like,
Yeah.
you know, and I mean, we are just such a colorful bunch of people. You cannot keep us down.
Just so festive.
Yes, we are festive.
We are festive.
Festive people.
That's
But
right.
I mean, the whole thing with that really irritated me because they were trying to make it seem like it was like a Muslim ISIS thing. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a gun control issue that
Yes.
had, and to smear it with using the guy's faith is, I don't know. I mean, when more stuff came out, it seemed like that was kind of like the spin they were trying to give it.
I think they took a grain of truth. Well, as the media often does, you take a grain of truth and you spin it out of control.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, can't say that faith wasn't an issue. Faith was within the root problem. But there is no reason, in my opinion, for a civilian to have a military-grade weapon.
No.
I have fired a rifle. I have fired a gun. I choose not to own one. I know you have fired weapons here and there under proper circumstances and responsibly, and there are a good many responsible gun owners out there, and that's all well and good. If we treat gun owners the same way we treat licensed drivers or car ownership, you need to have insurance, you need to have a license, you need to take a safety course. I think it would do a world of wonder for this
Well,
country.
I think the majority of gun owners do follow those rules, because here in the city, if you want to have a firearm, you have to go through an extensive process, a lot of paperwork. A friend's husband had to do it, and it was a lot. It was pages and pages and pages and interviews and whatnot. I mean, that's here in the city because it's very strict here, but it's just and the thing that kills me too is that people were really ramped up, and Chris Murphy from Connecticut really was like, come on, let's bring this to a vote. Let's actually do something. And if there was ever a moment to act, that was the moment to act. There was the momentum, and nothing.
Well, first of all, if you have an opinion about this, there's going to be a number on the screen in a second, and just give us a call, and we'll be happy to speak to you nicely about it. But
oh yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, there was the filibuster, which you're talking about, and then there was the congressional sit-in, both of which, well, on the Senate side, they did take a vote, and the senators in the pocket of the NRA voted any sort of legislation down, and I believe when Congress is back in session, which I think did they come back today or they're coming back either later this week, I think. I'm not 100% sure. They actually did manage to bully Paul Ryan into putting it on the calendar.
Good. Do you know there was something in the paper about how much money certain senators get from the NRA? John McCain received like $7 million from the NRA.
That's crazy.
That is insane. That is, I can't even fathom that. That is just so much.
And that's not even going to serve his constituents.
And what people are asking for, and this is the thing, we the people are asking for this. The thing people are asking for are things that make sense. Like, if you're on a terrorist watch list, no, you cannot purchase a firearm. Like, there should be a waiting period. That's just common sense.
Exactly.
What is wrong with that?
And we are singling out the people on the Republican side, but the lobbying does go on within both parties.
Of course it does.
Yeah, just.
But both parties, it's like, it's kind of like, that's why I think things are so contentious right now, because both parties are not listening to the people.
Exactly. And
the majority of the people are wanting something.
Exactly. And they were elected by the people for the people, and they're not listening to the people, they're listening to the lobbyists. And the lobbyists do not represent the people.
No. No. Ugh, there's so much. Can we just talk about Justin Trudeau for a second?
Yeah.
How dreamy he is, how awesome he is. I joked on Facebook, I was like, can we get him when you guys are done? And and my friend was like, no, you can have him when he's old. I'm like, that's okay, he'll still be hot when he's old.
Yes, and Justin Trudeau is the leader of
Canada.
Canada.
Sorry. You guys should know that.
You should, but some of you don't because, well, you're Americans.
we just had a birthday. We're still celebrating America.
And he marched in was it Toronto Pride?
Yes.
Toronto Pride.
The first prime minister to ever do so. Can you imagine? That would be like having Barack Obama at the front of the Pride Parade here. That would
Yes.
be fucking crazy. Oh my God. Can you imagine the security though? Ay, ay, ay.
It would have to be unannounced. It would completely have to be unannounced because
That would just be nuts.
yeah. Well,
That's
I mean,
a big deal.
yeah, but post Kennedy it would never happen.
No. But I just thought that was great because the pictures that I saw were just fantastic.
Yeah, it's like dancing, marching, singing, clapping, right alongside the Bikini Boys. Thrust.
He looked like he was having fun.
He was. I mean, I wish more leaders were like that. And that's just a key difference between. I don't want to say our America and the good America, because.
Oh no, you spend any time in Canada, you will learn very quickly. It is a separate country. It is definitely. I used to joke with a friend of mine. Oh, it's the 51st state. She's Canadian. And she was just was like, you're so funny. And then I went to visit, and I was just like, oh, this is yeah, okay. And I stopped with those jokes immediately because it's a great place. I mean, they've got their issues too, but it's so clean.
No place is perfect.
Nope.
No place is perfect.
Nope.
But I like my New York and I like my Miami.
I love my New York. I love it. Dirty and smelly as it is this summer.
Ah, the smell of urine in the streets. Summer in the city.
The trains are nice and air conditioned though.
Finally.
And you know what's funny too? I love the summertime because when a train pulls into the station, there's that one empty car. You know damn well it's not air conditioned. But I will get on that car.
It's either not air conditioned or there is something very smelly in there.
Right. Well, in the summer, but it happened today on the way here. I was on the one train coming down to 42nd, and the car pulled, and I was, I know there's no air conditioning, but I want to sit down. Sure enough, I got in, and I was like, I was sweating. I'm like, it's just a sauna. It's fine.
With me, it was a key difference between on the way to work or on the way home from work. On the way to work, I would care a little bit more than on the way home from work because I could always just jump in the shower when I got home if I just really wanted to get off my freaking feet. But that's what else is in the news that?
What caught my eye?
Because, I mean, today it's been all Hillary, 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 and yesterday was all Trudeau, Trudeau, Trudeau.
Well, I don't really want to talk about the orange, but I read an interesting article that his son-in-law is kind of like not pulling the strings, but he's taking an active role in his father-in-law's campaign. Jared Kushner, I can't remember. But I just thought it was really interesting that he has definitely Democratic liberal friends who they just don't discuss. You know, that's the other thing too with this election. Like it's so contentious and people are so fired up, and I have told certain friends that like the orange, like, okay, that you're entitled to your opinion. That's fantastic, but I can't discuss it with you. And they insist on trying to discuss it with me. It's so annoying. It's just like, guy, you know what? No. I've told you a million times, I'm not discussing politics with you.
Yeah, and yeah, I am very guilty of making the Facebook feed about the politics. And you probably cleared me out a few times.
No.
But I'm sure a few people do. And there are a lot of people who I haven't unfriended. I mean, a couple of, Heil Orange people I have, but but a lot of people I've just unfollowed, so I don't see their feed. And if I want to see their feed again after the election or even after the primaries, then I can just click them back in. But I just can't. It's like that commercial. I just can't.
Well, the other stupid thing is people who are having. I think it's so dumb to have an argument with someone over social media. It's dumb. It's never going to end if you do that, guys. It's crazy making. I mean, occasionally it's fun to indulge and see like the back and forth, and that amuses me. But I do not jump into it myself.
It just rides into name calling too quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just not necessary.
Yeah, because I mean, on my way here, I was just looking through my feed, and somebody was posting about flag burning. Yeah, it should be a crime, should be this, should be that, and or you should need a permit for it, or whatever. And it's like, I don't it's not something that I would ever do, and I would support legislation to say that all flags sold in the United States should be made fireproof, but I would not support legislation banning flag burning, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that was a big thing many years ago, like 20 years ago, I think.
It cycles through the media.
Well, I mean, I would be really upset if I saw somebody burning our flag.
Yes, as would I. But I also support the right to do it.
Oof. I don't know.
It's just it's a freedom of speech. It's not something that I would ever do. It's not something that I would ever really want to see. But it's good that we have the right to. However, again, if they made all flags fireproof, it would be a non-issue.
Well, I think all flags from the United States of America should be made in the United States of America.
Oh, that is true as well, because the majority of them are made in China.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was trying to buy a while ago. I was looking for a Texas state flag, and I couldn't find. I was trying to find something made here. That was kind of hard, and I was like, well, all right. And then I was looking for an American flag, and I wanted it specifically made here, and I couldn't find it.
That stuff happens. Actually, what brought that into my mind is I had read something about a week ago about somebody in another country trying to burn that country's flag and just couldn't get it lit because it was required to be
Oh,
fireproof.
that's funny. That's funny.
But I do agree with your point that American flags should be produced in America. Yeah.
I just remember many, many, many years ago, it was like scenes on the evening news from like other countries where they were burning our flag, or I think it was when Ronald Reagan was president, and it was like maybe in Iran or somewhere where they had an effigy of Reagan and they were burning it. And I remember like as a kid looking at that like, that's not right. You shouldn't be burning our flag. Blah.
Yeah, I remember that as a kid as well. And, I agree with the principle that you shouldn't do it, but like I said, I support the right to.
If you're in another country and you want to do that, that's totally fine.
Yeah, but stay there. If you're gonna do that, stay there.
There are so many crazies. Oh, we don't want to add to the mix.
I don't know. It's been crazy. It's like, did I mention I was in Florida this morning? I go to Florida a lot. I usually go the day after the show because of the 4th of July weekend. Yeah, the holiday. I say, okay, let me spend. Okay, we'll be invited to some kind of party. If you've been watching, you know that we were invited to no party just because people weren't around. But for the first time in months, my flight was delayed this morning. So I'm supposed to be on a 10:30 flight. I get to the airport, I get an email, your flight is delayed to 11. I get through security, your flight's 11:15. And it's like, oh no. But fortunately,
It's a short flight, thank God.
it's a short flight. It's a 3-hour flight, but yeah, my heart was going thumpity thump. It's like, it's like if you ever saw me before, if we did a show before the show, you would see me panicking until everybody gets here because I run around like a nut, making sure that everybody's. She's just agreeing because. But yeah, you want everything right, and you want everyone in place, and you want everything to be good.
I don't know what it was about that express train, the 7 tonight. I passed out hard. When the train stopped, people were looking at me funny. Because I was just, huh? It was a great nap. Oh, and it was one of the new trains. Oh, God, air-conditioned comfort, so beautiful. Thank you, MTA, for that one thing.
Mm-hmm. Don't let them hear it because they'll raise the fares again.
No. Oh, geez, where was I? We waited forever for a train. I don't remember. It took me like 3 hours to get home from someplace. Like, I could be in another state in 3 hours.
Yeah, really. Well, it's like you go to Montauk or whatever. It's a 3-hour train ride.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, okay. We'll have to.
Oh, I have to go to the Hamptons this weekend, you guys.
That's close enough. That's it.
I've never been. It is like the douchiest thing in the world for me to say, I am going to the Hamptons this weekend. I don't even know how to behave. I'm adding some things to my skill set. I have to run an auction, which will be fun.
Then maybe you're going to a white party or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I want to go to North Shore Animal League and on the way or on the way home.
Are you driving out or are you training out?
I don't know yet. I don't
Okay.
know. One of my friends, like another douchey friend, I was like, we should probably take the train. She's like, oh, you don't want to take the jitney? And I was like, that just sounds awful. I'm going to take the jitney to the Hamptons.
I must confess, I have a relative who lives in Bridgehampton.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in the Hamptons. It's out on Long Island.
I'm going to be
Long
in a Sagaponic. I don't know anything about it.
But it's like during the summer, I mean, this is my 80-year-old aunt.
Oh, well.
And the town is like one road in, one road out. And it gets so crowded during the peak season that they're trapped in their own home.
Wow. Oh, geez.
So they're stuck, with their pool and their tennis court.
That's
and
awful.
their garden, and it's a hard life.
What? Did you ever see Grey Gardens?
Bits and pieces. But
Oh, you gotta watch that movie.
I probably have the DVD lying around somewhere because it was on a company that I used to work for.
It's so good. I saw the movie a bunch of times, and I saw the show when I think I saw it twice. I don't. That's what I think of when I think of the Hamptons. It'll be fun. It'll be an experience. I'll be adding to my skill set.
Yes, and plan if you see a farmer's market while you're out there, just pick up some fresh veggies to bring home.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if the corn's in yet, but you can get some really great corn out there.
I want tomatoes.
Okay.
Tomatoes, corn, maybe a puppy. No, if anybody watching this is a dog breeder of mini golden doodles, please give me a call. I need a puppy. Probably, thank you, like mid-September. The dog will be a show dog going on the road. Yeah, going on the road with Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which is why I want to go to North Shore to see what they've got for puppies, because the director told me what he wants, so gotta check that out.
Okay.
So he's gonna be a puppy! And my rats are coming. They're so cute! Oh, I don't know if I told you guys I'm gonna take a brief hiatus.
You'll be a roving
hiatus.
reporter.
Yes, I'll be a roving reporter for a year around the country. But I've got these 2 rats coming, and they're so cute. And oh my God, they're just. I'll stop because people, when they hear rats, they're like, ugh. These guys, they're from a breeder. They're clean. They're cuddly. Ugh. Anyway.
Well, if you get permission, one of your segments that I hope you do is exactly what you're going to be doing. Once you're all settled in,
Right.
show us what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So.
I've already figured out like my carry-on is just going to be like all electronics and dog treats.
Very good. Send bones, please. I'll be at this hotel on this date. Please send me some bones.
No joke. The guy from Whiskers, if you guys also are pet owners, Whiskers Holistic Pet Store, they have a store here in Astoria and one in the East Village in Manhattan. They are amazing. Phil was like, well, let us know where you are. We can ship stuff out to you. It'll be ready when you get there. And I was like, I think I might just do that, sir. They're
That's very
amazing. Cool. Yeah, it's a great pet store. They're fantastic.
Yeah, and once everything's up and running, it's like give us if there's a website for the show, and we will keep plugging your dates. This way you make lots and lots of money.
Well, I mean, I'm going to make the same amount of money, but...
I want you to make lots and lots of money.
Well, I would like to make lots and lots of money.
So, at Cara Kilduff, send her lots and lots of money. She takes PayPal.
Oh, maybe no. I could give you guys little updates on the rats and the rats.
Oh, that would be an awesome Twitter feed.
Oh my God. Well, now I have to get on Instagram because I need to document this journey. It's gonna be exciting.
Before you go, do you have anything coming up this summer? Before you go?
I don't know. Honestly,
well, you're going to be in the Hamptons soon,
yeah,
so look for her in the Hamptons.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the Hamptons or run in the other direction. I mean, there are some people who see me and they I don't know, maybe they want to run in the other direction. I don't know, whatever. That's just me in my own head. But no, honestly, like having to wrap up like my business for a year and find temporary replacements and whatnot. It's like there's so many details. It's just like
it's a lot, and I'm sure it's exhilarating.
It is. It is. But at the same time, it's like, oh, shit.
Well, I am very proud of you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Thank you.
I want for you nothing but success. And come back to me.
Yeah. I'm coming back. I love this city too much, people.
Okay.
Somebody asked me if I was going to move to California, and I was like, why? They don't have any water out there.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Well, that's it for this part of the show.